If your child is so addicted to screens that nothing else holds their interest for more than 30 seconds, and you're exhausted trying to compete with iPads, there's a specific system that makes natural activities genuinely more appealing than screens without forcing anything. Most parents fail because they try to entertain their children with elaborate activities when what actually works is creating conditions where your child's natural curiosity reactivates on its own. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact natural engagement system that makes screens irrelevant because your child genuinely prefers real-world activities. The natural engagement system works on a simple principle. You cannot compete with screens through entertainment. Screens provide dopamine at levels 2 to 5 times higher than any real-world activity. Trying to make toys or activities as exciting as iPads is impossible and exhausting. Instead, you remove the artificial competition and allow your child's natural engagement capacity to reemerge. Step 1 is complete screen elimination, not reduction. As long as screens remain available or anticipated, your child's brain stays in addiction mode, seeking artificial stimulation. Natural activities can only become appealing when the brain isn't constantly comparing them to screen-level dopamine. This typically requires 2 weeks of zero screen access to break the comparison cycle. Step 2 is creating what I call boredom-tolerant space. Most parents panic when their screen-free child complains of boredom and immediately suggest activities or create entertainment. This prevents the natural process where boredom leads to curiosity, which leads to exploration, which leads to genuine engagement. Your child needs to experience boredom long enough for their brain to generate its own interests. During the first week, resist every urge to direct, suggest, or create activities. Make materials available like art supplies, building blocks, books, outdoor toys, but don't present them as solutions to boredom. Your child's recovering brain needs to rediscover that it can generate its own entertainment rather than consuming external entertainment. Step 3 is following their emerged interests rather than directing them. Once your child shows genuine curiosity about something, anything, provide more of that without taking over. If they become interested in bugs, explore bugs together. If they start building, provide more building materials. This child-led engagement feels natural rather than forced, making it intrinsically rewarding. Here's your actionable insight. Create an interest-rich environment before beginning detox. This means making various materials easily accessible throughout your home. Art supplies on the dining table, building materials in the living room, books displayed with covers visible, musical instruments within reach, simple science materials like magnifying glasses available. You're not forcing activities. You're providing options that curious minds naturally gravitate toward when screens aren't competing. The magic happens around day 10 to 14 when your child experiences what I call the wonder return. They become genuinely absorbed in building an elaborate structure, or spend 45 minutes drawing, or ask to go outside to explore. These aren't forced activities they're tolerating. They're genuine interests that emerged because their dopamine system has regained sensitivity to natural rewards. By week 3, most parents report their children actively choosing creative play, outdoor exploration, or hands-on activities over screens when both are available. This isn't willpower or good behavior. It's restored neurochemistry where natural dopamine from real accomplishment genuinely feels better than artificial dopamine from screen consumption. The system works because you're not competing with screens. You're removing screens entirely, allowing natural dopamine sensitivity to restore, then letting your child's innate curiosity drive their engagement. Humans are naturally curious, creative creatures. Screen addiction suppresses these qualities, but they reemerge powerfully when given the right conditions. Parents often resist complete elimination, thinking gradual reduction is kinder. But gradual reduction maintains the comparison where natural activities always lose to screens. Only complete elimination long enough for dopamine reset creates the conditions where natural engagement becomes genuinely preferable. The most remarkable part is that children who go through this process often develop deeper, more sustained interests than they ever had before screen addiction. They don't just play, they create elaborate imaginary worlds. They don't just build, they engineer complex structures. Their engagement becomes richer because it's internally motivated rather than externally stimulated. Comment below and let me know what you are currently struggling with relating to your kids' obsession with screens. Click the link or check my bio to discover an ebook that can give you all the skills that you need to stop your child's screen addiction.